Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Jay Bari, back with another video here to talk about some Final Fantasy VII Remake. You already know this is episode 2 of FF7 Remake news, and we're gonna have to talk about the exclusivity talk again. You know, because that ugly beast reared his ugly head once again when it comes to this game, and that's the exclusivity talk. Originally, when this game got announced, when we first saw it at E3 2015, it got announced as, you know, at the end of the trailer or beginning of the trailer, it was like first to PlayStation 4. Right, and that led into a lot of people you know, talking about, hey, this is going to come out on other platforms, on the Xbox, on the PC, on the Nintendo Switch, whatever. I don't know, but a lot of people were talking about it's coming to a lot of platforms, as they should, because, you know, typically when we see something like that, that means it's very much so a time exclusive. Then at PSX 2015, your boy Jay Bari was there. Listen, guys, I want to tell you guys a quick little story at that PSX 2015. You know, there was hundreds, and I mean hundreds of people outside of PSX 2018. And, you know, shout out to the council members that was there as well. We was out there chilling out there in San Francisco, freezing our asses off, waiting until they open this damn door. You know me. Shout out to the Starbucks though that was there. But you know, your boy Jay Bari, your boy, the best lisp on YouTube, he was out here you know, at PSX 2015, and I looked on the people's faces, and, you know, they looked at my face back, and I looked at their face, and they looked back at my face, and I looked back at their face, and they looked back at me, and they said, "What you want? Say it, spill it. Spill the beans, man." I'm looking at them with a giddy look. I'm laughing. I'm cheesing, and I was like, you know, like, that tickles, like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Yo, I was going crazy because, like, something just popped into my head. You know, I felt like I was Cloud. You know, when Sephiroth was messing in his head, Jadon was messing with his head, and, you know, those little pings was going off in his head. He was losing crazy. He was like, get out. You know what I mean? He's going crazy. That's how I felt at PSX 2015, and it hit me. I said, yo, they're gonna show off Final Fantasy VII Remake gameplay. And let me tell you, the people looked at me and they was like, yo, get this motherfucker out of this line. He is not a true PlayStation fan. They just announced the damn game at E3. There's no way they're gonna show gameplay at PSX. There's no way it's gonna happen, right? And I looked at these guys, I looked at them, I looked at my fellow council members, because they was in disbelief. They was like, I can't believe this motherfucker Jay Bari just said that bullshit out in public. You know, I understand if we said that in a DM, or I understand if he said that, you know, privately, he whispered that to, he said that shit out in public, guys. They turned their heads against me. You know what I mean? And I just looked at everybody, I was like, guys, hey, guys, hey, it's gonna be there. Don't worry, man, don't worry. Yo, players United Gaming, what's good, man? Remastered. So as we sit down in PSX, and you know, we enjoying our time there at the PlayStation Experience at 2015, you know, a certain thing came out where you know, the Final Fantasy VII the music came up, and it said it again. It said first to PlayStation. That's what it said. It said first to PlayStation. And I was like, what? I was like, who? Okay, so this is a time exclusive thing, right? This is time exclusive. There's no if buts about it. Yo, Cyber Dragon, what's good, man? What is good? Definitely appreciate you coming through, man. Yo, shout out to my man Cyber Dragon too, man. I be seeing your messages on PSN, guys, as well. So I definitely appreciate it. You say, yo, Cloud Bari. But what's good, Cyber Dragon? And you know, we sit down, we saw the trailer popping up, and, you know, they gave us the similar kind of thing like in E3, but then it went into gameplay of, you know, Cloud moving around in Midgar, you know, and it went into a battle sequence. And I don't know if you guys ever saw my reaction to that live reaction, up close and personal cell phone edition. You know, I was going crazy. The battle system was like Kingdom Hearts, blah 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 blah. But ever since after that, this game has went through a lot of drastic changes. You know what I mean? I've been hearing a lot of things about this game, you know, off air, you know, with a lot of people that, you know, I follow, and I always try to stay very close to this game. And I know this game is going through a lot of development hell because some of the things that Cyber Connect 2 was doing, like Square was chose them to be a developer because they was doing a good job as far as the graphical standpoint, but there was things being cut out, there was things being put in, and it wasn't holding up true. As you know, if this product would have came out, I don't think Square would have been, you know, happy with it, and I think a lot of fans would have been a little bit, you know, iffy on it as well, right? So they had to go through they went through a whole restructuring of this game, and in 2017, I think it was like early 2017, articles came out saying that Square did away with Cyber Connect 2, and they were going to do it in-house now, as far as themselves is going to be developing this game, producing this game, and all directing this game, all those things. So Yoshinori Katase came on board, Nomura came on board, all the key people that made Final Fantasy VII the original game, all those people came on board, you know, to create this game that we saw recently, you know, in the PlayStation State of Play and at E3 at Square Enix. So things have changed ever since that, right? And they were completely making a different game. You know, some of the assets as far as graphical qualities and all that stuff was still, you know, being left over there, but when it does comes to the remaking of this game, the whole development process have changed. And from 2017, you know, I've read a lot of these developer articles, I read a lot of these developer interviews, how the game has shifted so much that they're just solely focusing on the PlayStation 4. You know what I mean? And I've been if you guys ever kept tuning this channel, I've been saying this from like 2017. I've been saying this shit. You know what I mean? Because I when it comes to this game, I always made videos about this game, or in a podcast I spoke about it, whatever. And I've been saying this like 2017. When it came to 2018, and I didn't see that play first on PlayStation on the two trailers that they shown, and also the matter of fact, they shown 3 trailers because it was also the concert trailer that gave the release date. You know what I mean? That was just more confirmation that okay, this thing is being solely developed for PS4. And a lot of people took a lot of flack to that. They was like, nah, it's still coming to other platforms, it's still doing that. You know how people are. These are the same people that will say the Nintendo Switch is a handheld, but if you go on the website on the Nintendo page, you know, they calling it a home console. You know, regardless if you can switch it up, you can switch the modes up into a handheld, and just regardless on how you want to play the game or the console itself, Nintendo is describing their system as a home console. You know what I mean? But that's another time, another story. This video is not going to be that long, guys. I'm going to let you know that, because we're just going to talk about the exclusivity talk. I'm going to give you the actual information, what's going on with the game, you know, as far as development, why it's only being developed on PS4, and my thoughts as far as if it's going into other platforms and all that stuff. I'm going to give my thoughts again, because I'm pretty sure this is like deja vu for anybody that was you know, listening or following the channel. But you know, this talk as far as the exclusivity of this game, it brought its rear ugly head again, because there was a leak going on with the Xbox Dutch you know, like platform on their Facebook group of things. But the latest trailers that was shown, it didn't show anything as far as going, you know, first on PlayStation. It just says coming to PlayStation March 3rd 2020. And you know, developers, if you know anybody that's fans of this game, then they read up on these developer you know, interviews and stuff like that, you know, they were clearly saying that, yo, the reason why we're only focusing on one platform is because the development has changed drastically with this game, and the fact that they went into this and gave detail as far as there's parts in this game, as far as, you know, the first part is going to be in Midgar and it's 2 discs, Blu-ray disc long, like it's a full complete game. That in itself has changed how this game is being, you know, developed and how it's being distributed, right? Because that's a lot of work that you're going to have to do to fulfill that onto multiple platforms. If this is coming on multiple platforms, this game would be coming out March 3rd 2020. That's a fact, you know what I mean? But a lot of things have changed with the game, where now you see more of it's coming to PlayStation. You don't see it's coming first to PlayStation. You don't see that no more, because the game is not complete. The game is not fully done. Yes, you're going to have parts that is going to be full complete games, but as far as the overarching story of everything, it is not completely done. So in part 1 is just one part, then you have part 2. Part 2 is in development right now as we speak, according to Katase and Nomura. They're saying that it's going to be much easier to work on part 2, because everything in part 1 is done, all the assets and all that stuff is done, so they can just continue over on everything. It's just like, you know, story and all that stuff is going to be fully fledged out. Well, obviously I think story and all that stuff is already done. Yo, the almighty Spartan God, what's good, man? He said he thinks it's going to PC in the future. I'm going to talk about as far as where it's going to go and all that stuff, my thoughts on it, because I feel like a lot of people is missing that aspect, because, you know, I'm talking about, you know, the exclusivity of the game as far as it's only coming out on PlayStation, which that is not, you know, don't ever feel like you're like some type of fanboy or you're being toxic because you're giving the correct information. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people going on right now where they're like, if you say, yeah, it's coming exclusively out on PlayStation, you know, March 3rd and all that stuff, they're gonna look at you as a fanboy, you're toxic. You know what I mean? But the reason why this whole talk came up as far as if it's going to be exclusive to PlayStation and all that stuff, due to the fact that the Xbox Dutch site, I think it was like the Dutch site, they kind of went on and put the trailer on their Facebook page. So I'm gonna show you guys the actual article. And a lot of people, when they talk about this stuff here, when they talk about this game and, you know, the exclusivity talk, they tend to leave this part out here, and for good reason, because it doesn't fulfill their points of what they're trying to make. So here it is right here. Let me zoom in here. Everybody know my man Nebel. You know, he always posting up news as far as leaks and all that stuff as well. So he said, according to the German, not Dutch, my bad, guys. So according to Germany, apparently posted a video on their Facebook page announcing Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox One March 3rd 2020. And this got the internet going in a frenzy. You know what I mean? You know, where a lot of people was like, oh, so it's not exclusive, it's not this and not that. And, you know, they actually had a video going up here. But here's Maxine Gaff. She is the marketing, communication, and social lead on the Xbox Dutch. You know what I mean? So this is like one of the head people out here. As she said, hey, we did an eternal mistake on our social team. We took the video off immediately. Sorry, no announcement on our side. Big apologies for this. And a lot of people was like, we're not gonna care about what this girl is saying. We're gonna leave. You know, this the head person here that is in lead of this social extravaganza here. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you that she is, because there's another tweet that a lot of people is not looking at as well. But let me see who's in here. I saw the chat moving a little bit. Yeah, Cyber Connect got the boot. Yup, they did. Yo, X Valos, what's good, man? Square shut that down quick. Final Fantasy is home where it began. Yeah, man, it is home. And I'm not saying that it's not going to other platforms and all that stuff, but I'm giving like a more specific timeline, because a lot of people, they're making a lot of blanket statements where, you know what I mean, anybody could just say like, yo, Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to other platforms. Whoop-de-doo. That, you know what I mean, you're not really saying nothing special there, you know what I mean? But when you're following the game, you can go into more like in-depth with your statement. It's not just gonna be a blanket statement. So here she comes back again, where this guy right here, he was like, you're telling me your internal team made a complete video mistake? Come on, I wink, right? So everybody was in disbelief, right? And they see how you say your internal team, and she said, yeah, this is her response. It actually happened. Yes. That video where multiple Final Fantasy games and the remake happened to be in there by mistake from our editorial team. We didn't check the exclusivity on any specific one. We make sure this doesn't happen again. So, and that video is not something that they made. That's just, they were showing the I think it was the state of play video that they were showing in there. So it wasn't like it was a new video being made for Xbox. So this is where the whole exclusivity thing, like, yo, this is not for the PlayStation, it's not for the PlayStation, your PlayStation be lying, blah 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 blah, you know what I mean? This is where a lot of this stuff came out, and they was just like, yo, nah, we shutting that down. So the Xbox people shut that stuff down. Yo, they probably saw the Kingdom Hearts numbers there for accounts. Yo, this is the funny thing about when it comes to this game and the exclusivity. A lot of people just don't want shit to be on PlayStation alone. You know what I mean? For what it's crazy how this community have a lot of these neutral gamers, but it's always some type of issue when it comes to PlayStation and a game coming out for PlayStation. You know what I mean? It's just funny to me how, this game, I seen plenty of people, they don't even talk about this game. They're talking about this game now when it comes to the exclusivity. They don't care about Final Fantasy 7. They don't care about any Final Fantasy 7. They just want it on Xbox, or any Final Fantasy game. They just want an Xbox because that's just some gaming politics shit. A lot of people in this community, they don't care about their own personal, like, this is gonna sound corny, but their own personal happiness when it comes to video games, right? They care about if the other person is happy. Hey, you're playing on Xbox? Oh, you want Yakuza? I personally don't want Yakuza, but if it makes you happy, go ahead, man. These same people have PlayStations. They can play Yakuza anytime in the world. They can play Persona anytime in the world. They don't do it. You know what I mean? Yo, Baltimore's, what's good, man? Yo, Barry, Xbox saying Final Fantasy is gonna be on the Scarlet. So this is my thoughts when it comes out, when it comes to the exclusivity on this game. I feel like this game is gonna be exclusive to PlayStation 4, and the other PlayStation console 5 and all that stuff, until this game is fully complete. So I don't know how many parts this game is gonna have, but I feel like once all the parts is up, you know what I mean, you're gonna see, like, as far as like exclusivity talks, it's gonna go to like other platforms like a PC and then whatever, the next Xbox. That's why I feel that's gonna happen when it comes to it. I don't know how long that's gonna be when all the parts are up, but I just feel like right now Square is just trying to complete this game as fast as possible to give their fans that love this game, the product that they want to give out, as far as keeping fans happy, keeping people up to date, as far as having it out there quickly. But the whole development process of this game, as detailed as they want to be in this game. Look at the first part is in Midgar. All Midgar is the first part, and that is 2 Blu-ray discs big. That is a full game. There's no way they're going to have time, if they go in that detail, to put this game on multiple platforms. You know what I mean? You're going to put it on one platform, wait till everything is complete, then you're going to be like, okay, let's see if we can port it to other platforms. That's what I feel is going to happen with this game. The same thing with what you call it, with the World of Final Fantasy. That was a PlayStation exclusive game. After a year or so, that game came out in 2016. It came out on other platforms 2 years after. You know what I mean? So that gave them more time to put out on the other platforms and ship it out on other platforms. After 2 years, this game came out on the PlayStation 4. That's what I feel what is going to happen when it comes to this game. But I'm going to say they're going to wait until everything is complete. It's not going to be, oh, part 1 coming to Xbox a year after, or part 2. Yeah, I think it's going to be wait till everything's complete, then is on the other platform. And my example again is World of Final Fantasy. World of Final Fantasy had a expansion, Maxima. When the expansion came out, that's when it came out on other platforms. That expansion made the game more complete. It added on content and all the other content that's on there. So that's how I feel that's going to happen when it comes to the exclusivity. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, I don't give blanket statements. You know what I mean? I don't just be like, yo, what's going on here? Okay, detail what's going on. The reason why I'm going into detail with everything I'm saying is because what I'm reading, what the developer and publishers are saying. You know what I mean? Yo, shout out to my man J May too. J May, he's on Press Start podcast. He brought up my name saying, see, Jabari, he was wrong about Crash Bandicoot, right? And a lot of people like to exaggerate something. I wasn't even debating nobody or even like arguing with anybody. I just gave my statement. I just gave the reasons why I gave my statement, and that's it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care if I'm wrong. At the end of the day, it's like I'm not just giving a simple ass, anybody can just be like, yo, it's coming to this platform. Okay, when is it coming? I don't know. What is it? You know what I mean? Nobody gives like detail within their statements. He said, yo, I don't think, what he said, yo, what's good, Graham? He said, wasn't that shit on the Vita? I don't think Vita and PlayStation simple port from each other. Yeah, it was on the Vita too. It was on the Vita. I think World of Final Fantasy did come out the same day on the Vita as well. But it's a PlayStation platform. But I get what you're saying, your point, what you're saying. But yeah, with the crash thing, like I actually had a developer like let me know that it was exclusive, but he didn't give detail as far as it's a time deal or anything. He was just like, yeah, this is coming exclusive out to PlayStation. You know what I mean? And that's where I was getting my statement out from when it comes to Crash Bandicoot. But at the end of the day, I wasn't debating nobody or going in on nobody or arguing with anybody. I just made a statement, responding to a video. That's one thing why I don't respond to videos no more as well, man. Because people take stuff out of exaggeration sometimes when you just comment. You're just making a comment, responding to what somebody's saying. You know what I mean? But when it just comes to a lot of things, like I just feel like a lot of people, they just make a lot of blanket statements, and then whatever comes out is true. It's gonna be like, yo, see, I told you, but you didn't really say nothing. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like a lot of people is arguing with me about this game and its exclusivity, and I'm not even in disagreement with people when it's saying it's coming to other platforms. I'm just giving you a more specific timeline as far as when it's going to come to a platform. Because like I said, I don't like to just give blanket statements. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, if we're the hardcore gamer, you can go into detail on why you're saying a specific thing. You know what I mean? This is not kindergarten where we're like, yeah, I like blue. You know what I mean? You're kind of growing up now where you can be like, yo, what is the reason? Why do you like the color blue? You know what I mean? Give us some reason why you like blue. Is it because of the sky? Is it reminiscent of something? You know what I mean? Like that's why I don't like really engaging with a lot of people no more, because people just give blanket statements. It's like, yeah, this game fun. Do you like fun? I like fun. and you know what I mean? If you ask, yeah, why is it fun? Shut up, fanboy. You toxic. That should be having me dying, bro. That don't be having me dying. But exclusivity with this game, it is exclusive to PlayStation, March 3rd, 2020. As far as anything else, as far as other parts and all that stuff, I don't know. I can only assume, and my assumption is that this game, when everything is complete, that's when it's gonna go to other platforms outside of the Switch. Sorry, Nintendo Switch. Unless that Pro rumor is real, I don't see it coming to the Switch. Sorry. I do think it will come to PC, you know, more than anything. If it was going like to another platform, it would go to PC. But I'm not gonna negate out the Xbox as well. I don't know how the Xbox is gonna do next generation. It might sell like gangbusters. That's a lot, but you know, it might do better than the let me fall back. This is not a fanboy type of stream. I'm just talking about Final Fantasy 7 exclusivity. But after all of that, guys, Square Enix actually came out and made an official statement. So because the whole thing with the, you know, the the German website and the Facebook and all that, Square Enix came out and they made their statement saying Square Enix has said there is no plans for Final Fantasy 7 Remake to release on any console aside from the PS4. In a statement to IGN, Square Enix has previously announced Final Fantasy 7 Remake will release for the PlayStation 4 March 3rd, 2020. There are no plans for other platforms. The statement seems to suggest, without going as far as it used to exact phrasing, that Final Fantasy 7 Remake is PlayStation 4 exclusive. A situation would mean that the Xbox One release date is mistakenly shown by the Xbox Germany Facebook account is completely mistake rather than a mishandle on the announcement date. And that's what basically this person said here. This lady right here, she said it was a completely mistake. And here she go. We make sure it's not proper, you know, proper sentence, but we make sure this doesn't happen again. July 10th, this is when the whole thing went down, and they're going to make sure it doesn't happen again. You damn right, you better make sure it doesn't happen again, because we don't want everybody going crazy again out here in these gaming streets. Yo, JP Loco, what's good, man? I knew from the get-go Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy was time exclusive. Still impressed that it managed to sell 5 copies just in a year on one platform. Rise of the Tomb Raider could even sell 5 platforms, Xbox One and PC. Correct me if I'm wrong. How much did it sell on Xbox One and PC? They don't give numbers, so I don't even know. I'm going to assume it didn't even sell that, because normally that's what their projected sale numbers for Tomb Raider, right? And I think according to VG charts as well, when it came to Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, it sold better on PlayStation 4, but it wasn't even like selling like crazy, but it sold better on PS4 than Xbox One. That's according to VG charts. I know how people feel about VG charts as estimations, but let's be real out here. You know, most of these things that people say are estimation and guessing anyway. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yo, do you think they will give us FF7 demo with the purchase of FF8 remaster? Yo, I saw something about that, but I don't know if it was true. I know I saw a video on that. I didn't watch the video, but if you know, when you go on YouTube and you're on the home side and certain things, like, you know, if you've been watching a certain amount of content, you know, they will curate that into your feed. And I did see a title for video was saying FF7 remake demo with the purchase of FF7 8 or something like that. If you purchase that, I personally don't think they're going to be a demo for it. There's no real needs for a demo for it. I think a lot of people is going to buy it just out of curiosity as well, with the battle system and all that stuff that is shown. I personally don't think there's going to be a demo. If there's a demo, that'll be hella awesome. I know I'm going to get 8 remaster. And if a 7 demo comes, a 7 remake demo comes with that, oh shit, I'll lose my shit. You know what I mean? I'll lose my shit. But that 8 is coming to all the platforms, so that would be more tied to like a exclusivity with PlayStation, right? Because anybody that buy 8 on the Switch, if they buy 8 on the Xbox or PC, they're not getting that demo. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're gonna do a demo. That would be crazy if they did a demo. If they ever include a demo in that purchase of 8, that would even boost the PS4 sales of that game even more. You know what I mean? Who the hell will buy the Switch version or the Xbox version or PC version? Nobody. You want if you any excitement for 7 Remake, you're gonna buy the PS4 version. You know what I mean? All that it's portable is out the window. You know what I mean? People gonna make sure they take their ass in their house and boot that joint up on their console, on their TV. You know what I mean? I believe Rise of the Tomb Raider sold 3 million on PS4. Regardless, I know the fact that it sold best on PlayStation. Yeah, it did sell best on PlayStation. And yeah, sales do matter. You remember when people were like, sales don't matter? Sales do matter, man. Sales do matter. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people always, why would you not want it to come to other platforms? It's not about not coming to other platforms or nothing like that. It ain't about no fanboy stuff. It's just the platforms that you want to politic about. Those people, if you care so much about other people purchases and people being happy on their purchases on what they're playing on the console, you would know that people are not going to be playing no Final Fantasy on no Xbox. And I know that's a very generic statement, but yo, it's true. And I'm more saying that within this community, because look who is talking about Final Fantasy 7 right now in this community. It's mostly like a PC, a Switch guy, or a PlayStation person. PlayStation people playing the new Final Fantasy from what the PC guys been playing for years now. I think that came out like in 2015. You know what I mean? Yo, dedicated servers, what's good, man? Yo, Bar, are you picking up Ni no Kuni 1 Remastered? Oh, hell yeah. Yo, I love Ni no Kuni, man. I love Ni no Kuni. And one is a fantastic game. I really suggest everybody pick that game up. 1 is a fantastic game. Very different battle system from 2. Both battle systems are great, but I think 2 has the better battle system as far as how fluid everything works. But 1 is more like 1 is really good too. But in 1, you're going to be running around a lot and wait until your stamina builds up. Then you can cast out your familiars again. You're going to be doing that a lot in 1. Yo, devs want to make money back on their games, dog. Yeah, they do want to make money back. Right now, if I was a developer, and, a lot of people got to understand this too, because a lot of people like to use other games and look what happened to the other games that came out on other platforms. Like a lot of games, that people was mentioning is a lot of indie games, right? Where an indie developer, if they're coming out with a game, most likely they're going to come out with that game on that 1 platform first, or it might be 2. Depends on how the game is. Like a game like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky came out on PS4 and PC first, I think. I'm not sure if it came out on PC first, but I know it came out on PS4. And it took some time for it to go to other platforms. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people do. They like to build up the money. Most likely they're going to go on a platform that it can generate the most money on there. PSN, regardless of how people want to talk about, oh, Xbox is making all this money with Game Pass and all that bullshit where they never can prove. You can actually prove that PSN is making a lot of money. You know what I mean? So a lot of developers, that's very enticing to them. Yo, the Almighty said, yo, if Final Fantasy 7 Remake has cigarettes and ever comes to Xbox, it will be exclusive. It will be exclusive. It'll be an exclusive PlayStation version. Yo, you messy for that one, yo. Yo, sales dictate continued support of said game, whether or not the game will receive a sequel. Yeah, it do. Look at Days Gone. Before that game came out, it was getting slammed, right? Reviewers, everybody was making jokes about it. But guess what? That motherfucker sold. It's already, sequels in the works. He's like, I'm getting Ni no Kuni 1 Remastered PS4 Switch. Don't mind double dipping. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get it for a PS4 when it comes to Ni no Kuni. I don't know how the Switch version is gonna do, but Like, you know, the Switch is cool, but like I said, how I game on the Switch is mostly in my house. Yo, T-Man, yo, Barry, don't start your shit. Nah, T-Man, we just gotta talk about it, man, because, you know, the exclusivity talk came up again. Like I said, I've been talking about this game and the exclusivity about this game and, you know, all that stuff for a very long time. So a lot of the stuff that I'm mentioning here is like deja vu. But with the recent trailers back in May and in June, you know what I mean, I felt like that would have solidified the exclusivity talk. But people not having it, man. People with PlayStation 4s right now, they're not having it. They don't want to buy the game on PlayStation 4 or the Pro. You know, they want to buy it on Xbox. They want to play on their Xbox because they're more inclined, they're more in tune with that ecosystem. You know what I mean? Let's not forget Sid Chainsmokers. Yo, for real, yo. You know, I gotta do a separate stream because there's a few things I do want to talk about in gaming, right? You know, with a lot of the gear stuff, and there's a few other stuff that I want to talk about as well. The Switch version of Ni no Kuni is not remastered. Yo, I think I read that too, man. I think I did read that. I think they just getting the actual port of you know, PS3 version. You know what's funny about Ni no Kuni? Ni no Kuni actually sold pretty well. The original game on PS3 for a level 5 game. So it was kind of funny seeing it go into other platforms, but you know, I think that's a great game. Ni no Kuni 1, that game is going to give a lot of people tears, man. That beginning of that game, it's gonna touch your heart, man. It's gonna touch your it's gonna touch your heart. So hopefully, you know, anybody that's playing that game for the first time, you know, hopefully you guys enjoy it, and right after, go to play Ni no Kuni 2, and we can have a discussion on which one you like better. As far as when it comes to Ni no Kuni, I like Ni no Kuni 1 story better, but when it comes to gameplay, I love 2 more. 2 gameplay is what it's like perfect for me for an action, you know, RPG. Yeah, Ni no Kuni 1 is that game is a masterpiece. I think both of them is masterpiece in my opinion. Both Ni no Kunis are masterpieces. You know what I mean? The fact that this is coming out, part 1 is going to be good, man. It's going to look real nice, you know, on that and PS4, just like the second one. And I can't wait. And I think Oliver, I like Oliver better than Evan. Oliver was a dope character. He's more deep as a character, with the things that he's going through, and you know, his doppelganger is kind of crazy with Oliver, man. The White Witch, cool story as well. I like that time more in that Ni no Kuni 2 tie-in with, you know, a certain character, but Ni no Kuni 1 story to me was better. We can do a real comparison with 1 and 2. I already know I'm gonna like 1 more. Ni no Kuni 2 got to the end and stopped. It was boring rather than been a movie. Now I think Ni no Kuni 2, the pacing of Ni no Kuni 2 was great. I just think 1 story overall was better. Yo, facts, the Ni no Kuni beginning make a man tear up. Ni no Kuni 2 collectors on sale for $49. Ooh, yeah, I kind of want to pick that up for $50. That's an easy cop. $50. A lot of people might like 1 better because 1 as a game is more difficult, just due to the limitations in the battle system. So 1 has a lot of things where you're going to be limited. So you have these familiars in 1, you know, you pretty much you could use them like Pokemon, honestly, where you have them attack for you, right? So you can call out, I think you can store up to 3 at a time, and then you have all the other ones in reserved. So you can switch up between those 3 when you're in a battle, but they're on a stamina gauge. They're on a stamina gauge where once that gauge runs out, they get called back automatically, and then you got to wait for that gauge to recharge. So while the gauge is recharging, that's when you're playing against. That's when you're gonna be, you know, pretty much like kind of running around using Oliver's magic abilities or whoever you're controlling in the party. That's where it becomes that's where it comes a little bit more difficult. I wouldn't say ATB. I wouldn't say it's ATB, but it's more like it's an action game with limitations. You got a lot of limitations on it because there's a lot of gauges in there. But I feel that the reason why 1 is more difficult is due to the battle system. You know what I mean? Where with 2, if you have the right setup in 2, you can mud stomp a lot of people in 2. And you're not in 2, the magic is more reliable to use, because 1, outside of like Morningstar, and what's the last one you get from my man, the dark side of Morningstar, I forgot the name of it. You know, those are the more reliable magic abilities you, and it takes away a lot of MP. You know what I mean? Because those, once you use that, it's gonna slap somebody. Other than that, the magic abilities with Oliver, you're not gonna be really using it like that. You're gonna be more concentrated on, you know, just getting your familiars back out to the battlefield. But in 2, the magical, you have access to magical abilities that's actually dependable. Then you have like a generic, like, you know, range ability where if you press a certain button, you have like a fireball that will come out. That's outside of your magical ability. But that uses up your sword's kind of gauge, so you got to be kind of careful with that. But you also have the wigglies. What they call it? Is wigglies or something like that. Those guys, depending on which one you have, is beast mode, yo. Beast mode. Like the ones I have is the ones that turns into like they turn into like soldiers, and they would just go out and attack. Then I have other ones that will pretty much ditto or, you know, copy what another wiggly is doing, and it just becomes a pure chaos. It slaps everybody up, man. But 2 doesn't get really difficult outside of you fighting the tainted monsters. When you fight the tainted monsters, that's when you might get your ass handed to you in 2. In 1, boss fights can slap you up, where it comes a little bit more, it's not, I wouldn't say more methodical, but you're just limited. So you're gonna be doing a lot of running until you're waiting for a gauge fills up to send your familiars out there. That's how 1 is. That's why I feel like 1 is more difficult. But once you get like Morningstar and the magical abilities after that, 1 becomes a little bit easier, and that's towards the end of the game. It becomes a little bit more easier because Morningstar, honestly, yo, when I got Morningstar and that other black magic ability, there's times where I wasn't even calling in my familiars. I was just using Morningstar. That shit was slapping everybody. I'm talking about bosses too. I'll just use that when my MP gauge is down. I just you know, use an ether to get the MP gauge up. Yo, both of them, man. Both of those soundtracks is god tier, man. Yeah, one soundtrack is definitely god tier though, definitely god tier. But I like both of them. Kind of the same soundtrack, kind of the same music. But yeah, I definitely think you guys should pick up Ni no Kuni 1. It's a great game. It's a great game. Ni no Kuni 2 a little bit more easier because I just felt like the battle system is more fluid. The action aspect is much more. So you know, you was having an easier time if you're proficient with like anything like action RPGs, you're gonna have a good time in Ni no Kuni. And that's partly because the battle system's better, and the characters get OP in Ni no Kuni 2, man. The abilities that you get, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, guys, yo, the last area in Ni no Kuni was hard. Yeah, I had Morningstar and my best familiars in the game. Yo, yeah, Morningstar. Listen, that last area in Ni no Kuni 2, I mean Ni no Kuni 1 was hard. You talking about when you're in the White Witch's castle area? That was not hard for me, cause yo, there was a farm area I went to, maybe because of my level. There was a farm area I went to. It was up in the hills, yo, and I was there for like days, bruh. You know what I mean? I was like level 40 something, and when I was done like farming, I was like level 88. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm about to just go and finish this game now. It was crazy, yo. It was crazy. So when I was at that last area, because the familiars in that last area, they are more like stronger, and they like the evolved versions of what you probably have. But I was slapping them, yo. I was slapping them dudes. I was like, yo, get out of there. Boop, boop, boop. It's easy peasy. Like I think both Ni no Kunis I leveled up like crazy. There's always like a farm area in Ni no Kuni you can find, and you just farm that bitch. So you just farm that joint, and you can just level up crazy. Ni no Kuni, I was leveling up. Ni no Kuni 2, I was leveling up crazy. Where I got to the final boss, I was like probably like level 82. Right now in that game, I'm like level 90 something because I'm level 90 something in that game because, like I said, the tainted monsters in Ni no Kuni 2, if you're gonna fight them, they're difficult. Like 1 to 50, I think there's like 55 of them now, and there's the DLC stuff that I didn't touch yet. That I gotta touch that stuff. Where those monsters are difficult, and the dream room. Don't sleep in that dream room. That dream room is difficult because the longer you stay in there, the final area in the dream room that you're in, the boss level multiplies due to that. So the final dream room in that game, like if you stay there for like a long time, like like 30 minutes or whatever, that boss at the end, that big 8 boss, he's gonna be like level 99. And you'll have to be like level 2, like you have to be like a level 100 or something to actually have a easy time with him. But if you're like the same level with him, you're gonna have to be like, all right, we gotta play this like a RPG. We're gonna be a little bit methodical here because he's gonna body you. He's gonna body you for sure. I'm not talking about the final boss. I'm talking about the dream rooms in Ni no Kuni 2. But yeah, man, Final Fantasy 7, guys. There's nothing wrong with saying if you want to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake, you gotta have a PS4 or a PS4 Pro. Nothing wrong with saying that. You're just giving the facts. That's all it is. You know what I mean? In the future, if it comes to other platforms, all that stuff, let it be. But right now, in 2020, March 3rd, if you want to play this game, you need a PS4. You know what I mean? If you say that now in these YouTube or Twitter streets, you're going to be looked at, you're going to be cast out, you're going to be looked at as toxic, you're going to be a fanboy, but you're just stating the facts of what it is. You know what I mean? But I just find that funny. I find it funny with a lot of, and this is not even taking shots at people. This is just regular gaming talk. Because I find out a lot of people, when I say shit, a lot of people be getting real sensitive. And I don't really attack people here. I'm just talking gaming stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm not calling nobody out their name, but I find it very funny when it comes to a lot of like neutral gamers, quote unquote neutral gamers. They always get upset. You know what I mean? If you just give the facts, right? Final Fantasy 7 Remake, exclusive to PlayStation 4, go get it March 3rd, 2020. You say that right now to quote unquote neutral game, they'll get upset with you. No, it's gonna come to other platforms. Shut up, you pony. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is why I can't deal with these PlayStation guys, man. They get so sensitive. You know, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Square Enix came out and gave you guys the facts. Everybody's like, well, we're not gonna believe Square Enix. You know what I mean? When Phil Spencer tried to be shady around Rise of the Tomb Raider on their exclusivity deal, because they was very specific. It was like, yo, this game is gonna be exclusive this year, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, yo, if you want to play Rise of the Tomb Raider, you got to get a PS4. Xbox One. I'm pretty sure you can look up those videos right now. A lot of these neutral gamers and Xbox guys was making videos just like that. If you want to play Rise of the Tomb Raider, if you want to play that, go and buy an Xbox One. That's what they said. They said go and buy an Xbox One. You know what I mean? Black Desert. Remember when they showed Black Desert? Nobody had any interest in Black Desert. When Microsoft showed off Black Desert, y'all seen so much people. Yo, you want to play Black Desert? If you're a console gamer, you want to play Black Desert, go and play Black Desert on the Xbox One. You got to go get an Xbox One. Yo, Blackstar Goat, what's good? He said, yo, Grim said, yo, Jay Barry jumped me because I don't like Spider-Man on PS4, he is a bully. That is a fact. I know I probably kicked you in the shin or something. You know what I mean? You saying that you don't like Spider-Man, you definitely need to be kicked in the shin, because that's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And Grim got the balls, the audacity, not audacity, the audacity to say that on my channel. You deserve to get jumped. Yo, people mad when Sony has exclusives, man. When Nintendo has them, nobody. Yo, Black Star, that is complete facts, bro. You know what I mean? Nobody's digging in and deep diving into Marvel Ultimate Alliance exclusivity. You know what I mean? Or what's the game called? Project Octopath. Remember when Project Octopath came out? Dudes was, yo, these neutral gamers was like, yo, yeah, you gotta get a Switch, man. People upset. Gotta get a Switch. Yo, the Switch is bringing back old school gaming. Old school RPGs is back. Nobody was really private and doing deep dives into that exclusivity deal. Yeah, there's people that was like, yo, I wish that was on PlayStation 4 like myself. But I was just like, yo, what happened? I had a Switch. I bought the game. You know what I mean? I bought the game. And the same thing, like, yeah, Nintendo games, nobody's deep diving into Ultimate Alliance and their exclusivity. You know what I mean? What people are doing, oh man, you want to play Ultimate Alliance, you gotta get a Switch. That's what gamers do. You get the console if you really want to play that bad, and you buy the game on that console that's coming out for. That's what you do. Yo, those neutral gamers also didn't mind time exclusive back then. It was anti-consumer. It wasn't anti-consumer back then. Yeah, time exclusives now is anti consumer. It wasn't anti-consumer then. You know what I mean? People use exclusives to their justification of buying a Switch. You know what I mean? And these are the same people that saying exclusives are anti-consumer. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest here, who the hell is gonna be buying Doom? You know what I mean? Like, say the Switch is just a multi-platform device that has all these games that you can play on your other device much better, and didn't have any exclusive. You're not getting that. You're not getting no Switch. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Switch Lite too, man. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate stream. I might do it later tonight as well. Cause yeah, that Switch Lite is a hustle. It's a hustle. You know, the funny thing about it is that I've seen a lot of people that, you know, are pretty much that, you know, buy the Switch for the portability. You know what I mean? A lot of people say they don't overdock the Switch. They're constantly in portable mode, but they hyping up the Switch Lite. And I'm just like, yo, so the Switch Lite is basically just catering to the way that you play the Switch now. Much better console, you know what I mean, that has, you know, the features, well, you know, the Switch features. You know, where you excited and hyping up this joint that don't have any of that, but just can play in portable. The best feature about the Switch Lite is that fucking D-pad. That's it. That is it. Crying about exclusive anti-consumer, the new wave of attention. Yeah. Cause yo, that's what they do. They hype that up. You know what I mean? Every time somebody, like, it doesn't matter. Like, every time I see somebody hype up the Switch, they're talking about an exclusive. Like, yo, I can only play it here. You know what I mean? I can only do this here on the Switch. You know, this is the Switch is great. Look at all these games coming out for the Switch. It's exclusive. But when it comes to PlayStation, oh my god, do I have to support PlayStation? I don't want to support PlayStation. Yo, can you please put God of War on the PC? Can you please put God of War on Xbox? I don't want to support PlayStation. Oh shit! Link's Awakening is coming out. Oh, I gotta get a Switch. What? Breath of the Wild 2 is coming. I gotta get a Switch. It's crazy, man. Just crazy. But Final Fantasy VII Remake is coming out March 3rd, 2020. Guess where you gotta go get it, guys? It's not even a bragging thing. It's just giving the facts. You know what I mean? It's giving the facts. End of the day, I'm very, very excited for this game. You guys already know. I can't wait. Yeah. Will J Barry be streaming Final Fantasy 7 Remake? Hell to the no, I ain't streaming that shit. Go and buy that game. You guys already know my motto when it comes to single player games, especially my first playthrough. I'm not streaming it. Depends on the game. I'm not streaming it, but probably the second, third playthrough, of course, yeah, I'll probably stream it. But that first time, that first playthrough, I want to be captivated. I want to be immersed. I don't want any disruptions. I want to fully dive in. I want to see the changes. I want to see what is new. I want to see what is old is still there. You know what I mean? I want to engross myself within this experience. So most of the time I don't stream my first playthrough. But most games look worse portable, so probably they will look better. I don't know if it's gonna look better on the Switch on the Lite, because from what I read of the Lite, is that it's still the same 720p screen. I don't see anything as far as they got better chipsets or anything like that. It's the same, but it's just the Joy-Cons are attached. You can't detach them. You don't have the IR stuff. You don't have the HD rumble. In my opinion, some games do look better, on a smaller screen, like close up, like Breath of the Wild to me. That looks better, portable than on the TV. But like I said, it depends on what TV, because 4K TV, that type of game is being stretched. But like Mario Odyssey to me looks better docked than on the tablet. So you know what I mean? I don't know. I never really tried my Switch on a monitor. Maybe I'll try on a monitor to see how it looks then. But some games look better in handheld mode, in my personal opinion. Yo, hell no, I have no interest in entertaining the audience on my first playthrough of Final Fantasy 7. I 110% agree. Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes when it comes to single player games. Not that I don't like streaming or sharing my experiences with people. It's just when it comes to like certain games, I just want to be I just want to engross myself within the game. You know what I mean? And then you're always going to have that one person that's going to be like, yo, this game's, and then you see that comment, you're like, yo, shut the fuck up, man. Your games run better dock because it uses the full power. Well, the dock doesn't really do anything outside of I think the dock scales it to the TV. Honestly, I don't know what that dock does. But my personal opinion with that Switch Lite, it should be 150. Because you pretty much don't have the dock. You don't have certain features. So that's what they just did. They just took out the dock and they took out certain features. They dropped $100. If you want to get a dock, it's like $80 for the dock. And then you don't have the HD rumble that don't use it on every game. So I don't really see people really missing that, but you don't have the IR stuff there. I don't know how multiplayer is going to work on the Switch Lite, as far as the Switch Lite is going to be, I guess, more of like a personal device, because you can't detach the Joy-Cons like, hey, you want to play Mario Kart? You know what I mean? So the fact that these dudes out here is calling this shit a Switch Lite is very, very, very deceitful, in my opinion. Yo, Chris Righteous, what's good, man? What is good? I'm definitely digging that profile pic right there. You know what I mean? But yeah, Chris, man, Chris, that's my guy too, man. Chris, I see him on Twitter as well. You know what I mean? Preaching that gospel on Final Fantasy 7 Remake. And like I said, I'm not even arguing or debating people when it comes to this game. I'm just giving out the facts that's laid out, and then I'm giving my opinion. And if people really read my opinion, it's not like I'm disagreeing with you. I'm just giving a more detailed aspect of what's going on. Yo, you said, can a whale swallow a man? I'm gonna say yeah, it can. I'm gonna say yeah, it can. I don't know the anatomy of a whale off my head, but I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. If a whale open his mouth, yeah, it's gonna. But do a whale open his mouth all the way? It doesn't matter. That's a big ass whale. but I don't know how the teeth is of a whale. Is it blocking where a man can't be swallowed in? I don't know. I don't know. Grim is asking that question for a specific reason, but I honestly, I'm gonna assume yes. You can use extra Joy-Cons on the Switch Lite, so you gotta buy extra Joy-Con. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to just the Switch itself, it comes with 2 Joy-Cons where right there you can do, you know, 1 and 2 players. If you buy a Switch Lite and you want to do oh oh yeah oh yeah, man, Zaire definitely gonna get kicked to the shin. But if you buy a Switch Lite and you buy an extra Joy-Con, that's like $70 for a Joy-Con. You know what I mean? And you're almost there at the Switch price point. So if you want to do extra players, you got to buy an extra Joy-Con. You know what I mean, for more money. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't afford a Switch, but I can afford a Switch Lite." Stop it. Save that $100. That's what I was telling people. I was telling people that on Twitter. I was like, "Yo, right now you're not making any sense. Save the $100. If you play the Switch in handheld mode, so be it. Still in handheld mode, you can detach the motherfuckers and play how you want to play, how it's advertised to play." You know what I mean? People out here is like, "Yo, I'm gonna buy the Switch Lite, then I gotta buy some Joy-Cons, then I gotta buy," you know what I mean? Like, yo, you're gonna end up paying the same amount of money that you bought with the Switch just to do some multiplayer on the fucking desk. Does the Switch Lite even have like a does it have like a what's that little flap, a kickstand? Let me look this up. Y'all got me talking about the Switch Lite. I wanted to make this video very specific, but I gotta look this up, man. I gotta see the design of the Switch Lite because it does. I don't even think it has a kickstand. But let's see. Are they gonna show the back of this motherfucker? I want to see the back of this console. Oh, here's a back picture. Is this a kickstand? Nah, that's not a kickstand. So yeah, it doesn't have a kickstand, yo. It doesn't have a kickstand. I'm looking at this picture right here. That's not the kickstand. I'm gonna assume, is that the charge? Is the charger still on the top? Let's look at this pic. That's going to be the charger right there. That's probably to put the game in, or your memory card. Yeah, so it doesn't even have a kickstand. So how you gonna do multiplayer on this motherfucker with like other people? You know what I mean? Like, local multiplayer. Yo, Craig, what is good, man? What is good? So I don't understand any reason of buying a Switch Lite, especially even if you have a Switch. Even if you don't have a Switch, I don't see any purpose of buying a Switch Lite. You know what I mean? That's keeping it 100. A lot of people say, "Yo, but it's more affordable to get into this." Listen, this console has no fucking features. Nintendo's smart. They know they're gonna have people buying extra Joy-Cons and extra accessories. They know it's gonna do that, bro. They know they're gonna do it. They know they're gonna do it, man. It's crazy. I say if you're looking to buy a Switch, and I know Pokemon's coming out, just go get the Switch. Spend the $300. You're gonna be much better off. You know what I mean? Don't go for the cheap one. You know what I mean? If it had a kickstand, it would take away the point as far as if it had detachable Joy-Con, it would take away the point of the whole console. But the Switch Lite doesn't make any sense. I don't even know why Nintendo developing a Switch Lite. They need to do the Switch Pro. That's what they need to do. That would be more sensible to do. Nintendo is going to make a stationary Switch. It will be more powerful. You can use a normal Switch, auto light, and portable mode, play off TVs. Basically, They broke down the Wii U and sold it back to you. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, Trinish, what's good, man? They finessing on the slick. Yeah, they very slick, man. They're very slick on it, man. I just don't know. But yo, I'll definitely do another live stream, because there's a few things I want to talk about on the live stream, like the gears, the Switch Lite, and other gaming news I want to talk about that I saw. But my personal opinion, and this is not no hate, because for some strange reason, when I make my opinions, everybody always fall back to, oh yeah, that's a PlayStation. Yeah, that's why you're saying this. You know what I mean? I just feel like this console, doesn't matter what type of justification you're trying to use to have people purchase this or yourself purchase it, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Just buy the original Switch. You'd be much better off with the original Switch, because you can actually do what it's advertising it to do as far as the Switch name. This console, this handheld, shouldn't be called no Switch. That Pokemon shit look ill though. This Pokemon one right here, this joint look ill though. I like the color design. I like this turquoise one too. Like this right here, this turquoise one look hot. And this is the best feature of this joint, is this D-pad, but I just don't see the point of this console right here. This handheld has no point at all, because you're pretty much reselling the handheld mode in a different hardware. You know what I mean? You can do the same shit on the original Switch, but you're reselling it in the handheld mode for just a little bit more money. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. You know what I mean? These are the same people that was like, I don't see no reason to get no PSP Go. I got a PSP. Okay, what the fuck you buying I see people hyping up the Switch Lite. Motherfuckers like, yeah, I'm gonna get the yellow, and these people already have a Switch. Like, shit's crazy to me. Shit's crazy. But this Pokemon one right here, this look fire. This look fire. And this right here, this is not how they don't have wallpapers. So, you know what I mean? They selling it like this shit got wallpapers, which it doesn't. Making it more Vita-esque, how to look it. But it is what it is. If you're gonna get it, go and get it. At the end of the day, I don't really care, but I just feel like if somebody was going to ask me for, like, if somebody was going to ask me for any advice on getting this, I was tell them no. Don't ever ask me no dumbass question like that again, and save the $100 and get the Switch. That's just my thoughts. But guys, that's the end of this video, guys. Just wanted to talk about the Final Fantasy VII Remake and the exclusivity talk. A lot of things are stirring up with this game. I know a lot of people was waiting for it. In my personal opinion, this is the most anticipated game to come out in 2020. I feel like this game is going to get Game of the Year. It's a remake, man. Yeah, shut up. It's going to get Game of the Year. Yes, if Last of Us 2 comes out, if I know what's the name coming out, Cyberpunk. All games I'm hyped for as well, but no more than this game right here. I'm super excited for this game. Favorite game of all time is getting remade, and I can't wait to play it. But I'm about to get up out of here, guys. I will be streaming again later today. I might be streaming some VR stuff. Then I'll probably, after the VR stuff, I'll do another stream. I'm pretty much free for this whole day, so I'm gonna be doing some stuff, man. It's the weekend. Time to have some fun, show how it's done. Your boy Jay Barry, and I'm out. The best list on YouTube. Deuces.